Yes.
There's something about it.
I saw their second to last show because I'm friends with Nick, Gene's son. And he got me and Paul Italia into the second to last Kiss show. And he got us against the stage.
Wow.
Dude, they came down on fucking risers. They opened with Detroit Rock City as they were descending from the sky with flames shooting up.
Oh my God.
It was fucking crazy. Yeah. Oh, dude, it was wild. Yeah.
What a song.
Paul Stanley flies over the audience at one point. And it was, that was a...
Clock. The radio's on.
Yeah, and that bass fill.
Yeah, oh my God.
I
hate my song and it pulls me through.
That ticked. That ticked.
Tell me what I got to do. I got to get up. Get down. Everybody gonna leave that seat.
You're gonna listen to that later.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's a classic, son.
That ticked a lot of my childhood boxes because Nick brought me backstage, and I met Gene in full makeup after the show.
Wow.
And then Shannon Tweed is his wife, you know, and she was in all the '90s steamy.
Yeah, all those horror movies, right?
She was in a lot of like sexy, steamy, you know.
Yeah. Was she in horror movies?
She was in, I think, a couple, but she was in a lot of those Cinemax-y, kind of like a handyman comes to town. And
yeah, there was soft porn. It was like not really porn.
Yeah.
But like, you know, hot romance.
Yeah. And
that was back before people had porn. Isn't that crazy? And that thought.
Yeah.
Skinnemax. We'd call it Cinemax. We call it Skinnemax.
Yeah.
There was terrible shows that you would only watch because the lady would eventually get naked.
Yeah.
Like Emmanuel Goes to France.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
They're the dumbest shows ever. You're like, Jesus Christ, this lady take her fucking clothes off?
Yeah.
You'd have to sit there because there was no rewinding and pausing.
No.
You'd have just to watch.
Showtime did a thing called Showtime After Hours.
That's right.
And we had Showtime when I was a kid. And when I was 12 years old, I got a TV in my room. And I had Showtime on it.
Wow.
And I would do the thing where, you know, it had the, you know, the button they used to have on the controller where you could hit the button, it would flip between two channels. It was like the arrow button, where if you wanted to flip back and forth, you could just keep hitting the button. It would go between. Yeah. You could pick two channels.
Oh my God.
And go back and forth.
It's preparing you for no attention span.
So, the
original TikTok.
It saved my ass because what I would do is I'd put Showtime on one end and then like SNL on the other end.
Oh, so if someone came into the room, you could quickly turn back.
And my dad would frequently come into the room, and I'd switch it real quick. And he'd be like, "You better not be watching Showtime." And I was like, I'm not. And then he would leave back to Emmanuel.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that made you want to watch it ever more.
Oh, God. It was...
Because why is he telling me I can't watch this?
Forbidden fruit. He knew I was watching it.
Today, I think people just give their kids phones, and they just like, you figure it out.
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, when we were kids, it was really difficult to see something fucked up. I see something fucked up every day. I see death and destruction and people getting shot, and I see it every day.
It's insane to me, and I will never, ever, ever put my driver's license information into a porn website.
Again.
12 times was enough. I've learned. I won't do it. I'm just like, I'm not doing this. But it is also still insane to me that all you got to do to look at a porn site is click a button that goes, I swear I'm 18. You know, that's it. And you're in. You're fucking in.
I don't live in Texas.
Well,
you could have a VPN that says you live in Maine.
Exactly.
And then you're all right. You're in.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so easy to just skirt around. It's such a dumb thing. Like, you don't think kids know about VPNs? Some phones have VPNs built into them, don't they? Doesn't an iPhone have a VPN built into it? I think so. I think it does.
A lot of websites now, though, because I use a VPN, because in this day and age, why wouldn't you?
People definitely steal people's information from public Wi-Fis. You got to be careful of hackers.
Yeah.
There's people that are really good at getting information from stuff. A buddy of mine owns the racetrack around here. They found a device attached to their internet that was like some foreign entity, they assume China, had set up this device so it was when Formula One was in town. Jeez. So you got all these high rollers, and everybody's using the Wi-Fi. And you get all their passwords. It just like siphons off all this stuff. So they connected it. It's somehow or another, they got on the premises and connected this external box to their Wi-Fi router.
That's fucking insane.
Insane.
That's insane.
Crazy. It's weird to think like that's possible. That they've done that not just there, but if they've done it, if they caught them doing it at the racetrack, for sure they probably do it at all kinds of public places. Like if you go to see a basketball game or a football game and you use a public Wi-Fi at some place, there's a chance that there's some fucking asshole that's hacked into their system and can figure out how to get your banking information.
Somebody told me that the card sliders or whatever, when you go to 7-Eleven or wherever. Somebody told me about a year ago, never manually type your code in, because they said a lot of those, I'm not saying 7-Eleven does this, but like there are places where they'll put a camera in it so they can videotape you typing your number in, and that's how they steal PIN codes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because, it's
they also have those
up.
If you go to gas stations, they have those things they stick over the credit card reader. It looks like the credit card reader, but it's like glued onto it, and it's theirs. It's like a skimmer.
Right.
And so when you run your credit card through it, they get all your information when you punch in the information.
Are you talking about like how it has the little hood over it?
Yeah. You know the little thing that you stick your card in when you go to get gas or slide it through when you swipe it? They put one over that. So they take that one and they put their own thing over on top of it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a bunch of my friends have been caught that way.
What's your take? I'm very curious. What's your take on this increasing threat to security? Like, because there's two takes on it. It's protecting yourself more and 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 more. I'm in a place where I'm just going, you know what, guys, I don't fucking care anymore. This is too much of a pain in the ass. I guess steal if you're going to steal. I can't deal with the tedium of all this anymore, of putting in 2 fucking passwords to every website, having to do a security pin every time I want to log into my own shit. It's exhausting to me.
It is exhausting, and it's only going to get worse because encryption is in real danger as computation power increases. One of the big concerns that they have about the idea of quantum computers is that when quantum computer, and I think they can achieve this even before quantum computing is like common, that it kills all encryption. It can solve it fast. It's just too much computation power. It'll find whatever the number is that your PIN is, or your code is, or your password is. It'll figure it out.
Are you nervous about AI? And part of it makes me nervous. Part of it, I'm like, it's here, and if it's used correctly, it could be a great tool. But are you a guy that's like really freaked out by it, or do you just kind of accept it and go, all right, well,
both? I kind of accept it, right? And I use it all the time. I ask it questions all the time. I use the thing on the iPhone when you press the button, and if Siri doesn't know shit, which she usually doesn't, that's one of the places where Google's way better. Like Google has this Gemini. Google Gemini, when you press that button and you ask its assistant, it's way better. It's way better than the Siri assistant. Siri's like, I don't know. Siri's like a high school teacher that really is like kind of half-assing it. Yeah. Whereas Gemini's like a legitimate professor that wrote his his college essays on this particular subject. They're asking questions about.
Yeah. No, that's funny. Yeah, Siri's the teacher. They're cool. She's not the brightest, but she's cool. The other guy, you're going to learn some shit, but you might find yourself in a weird situation with him.
That's Apple's main issue that people have with Apple. And there's been like a lot of talk about whether or not Tim Cook has dropped the ball, and whether there's people that want to remove him as a CEO. And it's the way they've integrated with AI, as opposed to the way Samsung is integrated with AI, which is much better, and then Google, which is also much better. But they all had their stumbles. Google's AI was woke at the beginning, and it was doing like female Nazis that were Asian. Like, you ever saw any of that?
No.
Oh, dude. It was doing a DEI version of the Nazis. Like, no bullshit. There was a Native American woman with like braids who was a fucking Nazi. It was so dumb because it didn't understand. It's like, this is what we do with everything. Everything is diversity and equity. It's like, no, I want you to make Nazis, like German, dueling scars on the face.
Yeah.
Scary people.
Yeah.
Scary, evil people, like from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That's a Nazi.
Yeah.
So it had to teach it to not do that anymore.
I often wonder, and this is a bit conspiratorial, I guess, but I often wonder if, because I always found it outright confusing how bad Siri was with Apple, especially because it was Apple, right? I always wondered, I'm like, are they making it not good?
No, Steve Jobs is dead.
But so when they introduce the good version, you embrace it quickly?
No, they don't do that.
It's just
they don't do that. They definitely do slow your old shit down. They've gotten busted for that. Yeah. And they say, well, we're just doing it to maximize your battery life. No, you're doing it to make my life miserable as an iPhone 12 owner with this new update. Now my shit is slow as fuck. My battery dies quick.
Yeah. I will tell you one thing I don't like that Apple's doing, and I'm an Apple user, and they never used to do this. You used to call customer service. You would ask, I'm having this problem. They'd walk you through it as much as they could. If it got to a breaking point, they'd say, okay, look, can we do a screen share so I can figure out what's going on because something's not right here. It was always last-ditch effort. Now, 3 times I've had an issue, very simple issue. How do I stop iCloud from sending all my text to my computer? Something very dumb that I just couldn't figure out. Every time, first question on customer service, can we do a screen share? First question. Every time I go, no, we don't need to do that. I'm smart enough that if you tell me what to do, I'll do it. And they go, okay, no problem. And then they tell you what to do, and it's so easy. And I'm like, why are you fucking asking for a screen share first?
Why do you think they're doing that?
I just think it's more, I don't know, data gathering, getting into your shit, whatever.
Could be.
I don't know. It's weird, though.
Certainly could be.
It's weird.
They get busted for, there's tech companies all the time get busted for taking data they're not supposed to take. It's what's weird about it is it's a commodity that nobody saw coming, right?
Yeah.
So before, like, what was the first? I guess MySpace. Before that time, and even MySpace didn't really capitalize on it in terms of like gathering your data and selling it. Not to the extent of like Google does it and Facebook does.
Yeah.
I mean, they made billions and billions of dollars giving you amazing free products like Gmail and then selling things to you in advertisements and siphoning off your fucking data.
Yeah. I remember going into SiriusXM. And again, I like SiriusXM. I'm not shitting on it, but I remember going into SiriusXM when they first started doing this, and you'd go in and you always had to sign in. But the sign-in suddenly was address, phone number, all this extra email, all this extra shit.
You had to type it in?
And I would kind of argue with the person. I would, why do I have to type all this in? I'm going to talk to Big J right now about porn on the radio
they
for
want
20
your
minutes.
Email.
I'm like, this is data collection. You're collecting my data. Now, what you're going to do with it, I don't know. Hopefully.
That's the thing. They can just sell it. They just sell it, and that's why you get these weird text messages.
Right.
Like, you have been approved. Oh, I've been approved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God. I get 10 of those a day, and I always wonder, like, who's clicking on these things? Like, who's falling for these things?
Yeah. Dude.
Somebody. Must be.
I know a guy. Ready for this? This is how fucked up this shit is. I know a guy. He's got single dad, has a daughter. His daughter is maybe 10, 12. He told me he got a phone call. A guy being like, we have your daughter.
Oh, I've heard of those.
This whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So he's a savvy guy, and he's like, okay, right? He goes, we're going to let you talk to her. He goes, a girl got on the phone. It was my daughter's voice.
Oh, my God.
They somehow were able to replicate my daughter's voice. So clearly they were tapped into me somehow. And he said he called the school and fucking told the principal that, like, go to her classroom and tell me she's there right now. And the piece of the principal's like, I assure you, mister. And he goes, get off your fucking go fucking, right, and screamed at her. And the lady, like, ran down the hall in a huff, whatever, and she's like, she's here. What's going on? He goes, thank you very much, and hangs up.
Whoa.
But he told me, dude, he goes, dude, I have firearms. He goes, I was strapped up. I was ready to go. to where they were saying to go,